We're live.
Absolutely.
We're live. We're live. Oh my goodness, we're so excited. Oh, you have changed your name. It's L-U-V in the middle. I thought it was L-O-V-E. Very interesting. I love it. I love it. So what's actually, why don't we ask everyone, whoever's logging on, please let us know where you're from. Please let us know.
We want to see where you are.
Yes. Where are you from? Okay. So, Rachelle, I am so excited to be on here again with you. We have so much fun playing. We have how many spiritual play dates do we get to have and enjoy?
Just it's so many, which is the best part. And like you said, it's like to enjoy it and have fun. It's a play date.
It is. It totally is.
I think that's one of the best things. Like, there's so much like seriousness in spirituality, and
let's go to that. Let's experience the stuff.
That's the best part. Why don't we just get to the same place with heaps of joy? So, hi, dolls. Love seeing you. Where are you from?
Yes, and that is the best name. Oh, my goodness. It just inspires so much joy, even just saying the name. Hi, dolls. That's amazing. So do you have little ones poking their heads in?
I certainly do. I'm a mum of 5, so getting through a live without having some beautiful cherub give me their presents. Hello, Sydney. So am I.
We're both in Sydney. We're in the southern parts of Sydney, around kind of Sutherland Shire way.
Yep.
Yes.
Actually, I just read today Sutherland Shire is we have to get more frequently tested.
Oh, really?
We've been upgraded. How fun.
Well, I like to think, like, well, why don't we go for an upgrade tonight then? Let's just go for upgrades. Rockhampton, Queensland, beautiful. Queensland have got quite a number of more rules, as well, of course, Melbourne does as well.
Hey, did you hear this tiny? I love Queensland. Here we go. Kaya, do you want to say hello and then you can go? Then you'll be complete. Then once she's had presents, she'll be complete. Hi, Nicole.
Hello. Oh, Nicole. Oh, my goodness.
Say hi.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Good.
Okay. You go now? You good now? Okay. Over we go.
The tape is not working.
I'll put myself on mute for 2 seconds.
Okay, so I'm just going to please ask us what questions you have for us, and if you can, so like be specific in like sort of where you're wanting the guidance to go. So I'll pop that in. Please ask us your questions. And oh, what's happening? Whoops-a-daisy. Hey, Nicole.
I'm back.
So ask us your questions and we will tune in and give you some yummy guidance. So Rachelle is a psychic and she's a master at her visions. Like, seriously, honestly, we've been experiencing so fabulously circles for over probably 3 years now. And so Rachelle's visions, every time in circles, like, oh, well, I want to see that. Why don't I see that? And then Rachelle takes you on this fabulous journey on, wow, really? Oh, can I go there too? I don't see things in that way.
We all do it differently. So it's beautiful exactly how it happens. And Claudia is gorgeous because she gets to feel everything in terms of energy, like within her body. So it's really cool working together because we come from very different spaces, and so it's a delicious, kind of combination of how things happen. I'm really excited. Dal has asked us a question.
I know, and it's like I like this. I've started a closing business, just started. How long or what do I need to do to make it happen for me? Well, I'm going to go straight into my body because I want to move through, and there's some things going on in my around just underneath my wings, like sort of not the lower back, but just kind of above the middle back. And it's like I want to say to you, dolls, is allow your wings to grow and shine and fluff out, and believe, and just open up to the magic of what it is that you're creating. Tune in to your why. Feel it already being done. Feel the success of it already being in your present. Step forward into 5 years. So this is a technique which I love to call future presencing. And anyone on here who wants to manifest anything, you can do this. Future presencing. So you step into yourself in the future and you feel as though it's already done. It's already done. You feel it. It's like this clothing business is next level. It is, oh my goodness, there are so many clients coming through and they are just loving and adoring their clothes that they're receiving, and they love to wear them. And then they post about it. And of course they're posting about it. And then they start tagging you, and which means that you're going to connect to all of their networks, which is just fabulous. And you're making so many people happy. And the best thing is you've got time. You've got time for yourself, time for whatever it is that you're wanting to experience your life in, and then bring that now into that feeling into the now, and notice that you're feeling it now, and that's the space you take action from.
It's beautiful. And especially bringing the energetic feeling into it it's pretty a powerful thing to do. And also feeling into like Claudia was just going through a process, is like feeling into what energy gets to move. Like if you're feeling like there's a bit of constriction somewhere, when you do that, actually you can use your body, you can use sound, breath, touch, or movement to kind of allow that energy to move through. And then once that energy's moved through and you can feel it kind of shift in your body, then bring in all that juiciness that Claudia is talking about. It was really interesting because I pulled this card while you were talking. And it said support.
The wings that I felt, the fluffy wings.
But also it says ask for help. So there's areas within your business that you haven't quite, you're not mastered yet, but there's a lot of people out there who's already mastered that part, and you get to ask people for help and you get to make powerful requests, because our life is gorgeous, and our ability to grow in abundance is directly related to your ability to ask and then receive what you've asked. So you can ask the universe, but there is also people around you who have done where you want to be getting. So you can ask them powerfully, say, hey, I'm setting up a new business. This is my passion. Talk to people why you're starting it, because that's what people connect to. Like I've got a girlfriend who's making tie-dye clothing, and I bought something off her purely because I know how freaking passionate she is about that. So I love that energy, and I get to give her abundance in that space because that's her genius. And then I know that me receiving that item is going to be full of this abundant, beautiful energy. So you talk about your passion. Tell everybody why you're doing it.
Exactly. And to add to that, and here's another thing, in order to manifest more people coming to you because of your why, is start doing it for others. So exactly what Rachelle was just saying there, and this is for all of you on here. So I'm sure that there are many here who are in their own business or starting something or wanting to manifest something new. Support other businesses in the same way that you would love to be supported. Support others in the way that you want to be supported. Love others. Yes.
I just saw something that Amy's put about selling her house, and I just want to jump in onto Amy, and it kind of ties in the asking for exactly what you want. So Amy, what I want you to do is, in your home, I want you to go to every single corner, and in that corner I want you to clap. You're clapping out any energy that doesn't belong there. So making a loud noise. You could even just make it a giant dance party if you want to, but it's about moving the energy. And then I want you to tell your house exactly what it's worth. Say thank you, beautiful home, for a beautiful home. I can see your abundance. I can see you are worth, and whatever that number is to you. And I just want to thank you for you knowing that you're worth that. Go around every single corner, like every corner, clap that energy out and put in what you want out of the universe.
And to also add to that process, dance it in. Dance it in, really, really dance it in. Actually moving the energy, because it's like once you've clapped the energy out of the corners, there's some swirling that gets to go around, and everything is energy. So allow that to move. And interestingly, Rachelle and I also do house clearings, and we do business clearings where it's where we actually clear the energetics in your home, in your business, and ignite some of the passions that you're wanting to add into it so you can experience it in the way that you want to experience it. Yeah, I know for us, for me, it's been fantastic from a family, from a kids, from a teenage kind of point of view.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned teenage, because there was someone in here who said something about a 15-year-old.
Oh, 15. Oh, my gosh.
My 15-year-old son on the right path? Am I guiding him the right way? So,
Kendall. Oh, my gosh.
We've been speaking about this the last few weeks, because I have a 17-year-old son and Claudia has a 15-year-old son, and we've been talking about all of the stuff that comes up, navigating that with your gorgeous men. And
I'm getting hot.
Knowing where we're at, and having a beautiful space to be able to say the things that are coming up for you and change the way your energetic is before going back to them, because that's a big thing. Because I know with it, I feel like anybody with any teenager, there is a lot of triggering stuff that comes up, because at that age we experience a lot of triggers, and it makes sense because we're just finding our own way of being in the world. We're getting out there, we're doing more things, and there's also a lot of restrictions that's happening, and we're kind of like finding our personality again. So a lot comes up for us personally in that stage of life, and then I'm in the full belief that we're reparenting ourselves, right? So then
oh my God, so much.
They say things or they do things, and you like, my immediate reaction is like and then we get to process that and we get to do it together. So I'd love you to reach out, especially Claudia. Yeah. She's navigating this exact age, but either of us reach out because it's beautiful. And
absolutely, Kendall. And so it's become so strong that we're looking at creating a 5-week teen reset program, which is really actually a little bit more about the parents. Because see, one of the things that I've been realizing in this is that there are many of the things that we were maybe too tired to do or too busy to do, which are really kind of popping up. So I can't really sit here and go, oh my God, I'm so surprised. And then there's also the actual, and I love how so many things that come through, like sort of a friend of mine who is a psychologist, she was talking about the brain and the actual 15-year-old, I haven't told you about this yet, Rachelle. Oh my gosh. She's going to be fantastic when we start the program to come in and do. I've got so many people coming in to do talks now who want to do it, where she was talking about the actual brain is like sort of is going through a transition. I don't know the details of it, but it does go through a transition, which is actually why they do forget to do things. They literally, because their brain is so, yeah.
And it doesn't matter where you're at in life. It's going to trigger. I had a beautiful conversation about our children being a giant ball of love. And basically they're going to bump up to all the areas that you get to love yourself more because it's true. They do trigger you, and we get to love that aspect of ourselves that's like, what kid? I want to slap you in the face right now.
Another growth point.
Yes, what to make it mean. Yeah, big time. I love it.
And the other thing is that I would say is definitely if you can find yourself a running buddy, a support person or something like that. Kendall, honestly, please do reach out. like, please do reach out. I know what it's like. I've been very, very blessed to have some amazing people in my life where I've been able to speak it through. Plus, we've got a pretty cool space here at home. But yeah, there's stuff. What is it?
Yeah. The card says polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity, which is hilarious because there is. It's like those things that bump up against us, like the things that trigger us and make us feel like we're not doing a good enough job, or could we have done something better, or, you know, am I doing the right thing? Because I mean, we're all guessing, we're all winging it. Everyone's winging it.
Absolutely. And whatever you do is whatever you're meant to do. And it's just like, I guess one key piece is, and it's something that we practice very, very often, and this can be applied to anyone, is never hold anyone in account of what they were or what they did in the past. Do not hold people in account of what they were and who they were. It's like, and that's what I've got to say about that.
I have Nicole here said their brain is developing at the same rate that a toddler does. So, of course, they act a little like grown-up toddlers, which is, Nicole, I had a child. So I had one who was 3 and my daughter was 3 at the same time as my oldest was 15. And I was like, they're exactly the same. They're like exactly the same. They're just doing it all. It's just like that the older one could do bigger things that were more like scary and risky. Because, but they were at such the same level. So with that.
And the other thing is, there are so many more things that are becoming available, like right now. Like, so for example, as an example, vaping. It's there, and it's easy. It's $20 for 20 cigarettes, and it tastes not too bad. It's ordinary, but
it's marketed to teenagers, and that's
correct.
You know, all their
rules
stories.
yet, the government yet, and blah 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 blah.
All their stories are them doing vaping tricks. I know. It's really interesting. I'm seeing a very common theme about everybody moving or relocating. Or Olive is, do you see a move coming up? Kim is, I'm wondering if you could tell me if you could see me relocating somewhere soon.
Wow.
And then there's 3 people on the houses. So there's a lot of transition happening right now. And I love it. I'm going to do a card for you, Olive.
Yeah.
Ooh, passion. Do what excites you. Get fired up about life. Increase your energy levels. Oh, Claudia, she's into shifting. She's shifting things. That's a good thing. There's stuff happening.
I like it. I feel like saying I feel like saying I feel an in-between energy.
There's a lot of, living a gap. Yeah.
It's like, and my right shoulder, because I don't know if it comes up mirrored, my right shoulder here is just like sort of just gone vroom, and my right elbow around here, like that's just gotten really, like I want to actually shake it, so that's the masculine side.
Interesting. I have a different belief around the sides. I think the left is past and the right is current, which is interesting. Yep.
Well,
and so when I look at you and what you're doing, it's like you're shaking it off. And the need to shake it off. And it's interesting before that you said the transition period, because I feel like there is beauty in the stages of the in-between. And I feel like everyone wants to be on the green, grass is greener on the other side, but that's not, it's not a reality. It's like you take your energy with you wherever you go. And so how do you find everything that you need, everything that you think you're going to get out of this move? How do you find it right now and tap into it right now? And it goes straight back to the process that Claudia did at the beginning of the call, in that, like, allowing yourself to feel that energy now. I'm getting heaps of stuff in the back of my throat saying this, like, massive. And so it doesn't even feel like resistance to saying it. It feels like there's just a fire passion, which is interesting because we did the passionate card. There's like you have a passion, you're passionate about this move, and there's someone in your life who's kind of like, yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. And I feel like you're getting this, it's like you want to scream and shout it, but it's not being received. So I'm inviting you into a space of dropping into the energy of where you want to be.
Yeah. So if you weren't at the start, let us know if you were or if you weren't. But just very, very quickly, what we were talking about is a process called, which I refer to as future presencing. So stepping into the energetic space of what it is that you're wanting. Like you can visualize it as being in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time, in 5 years' time, in 1 year's time. It doesn't matter. Okay, Olive. Okay, so step into the space of where you want to be living, how you want to live. How do you feel when you walk into that home, that unit, wherever it is? What do you feel when you walk out of the door? What are your neighbors like? What's the community like? Wow, where is it? What does it feel? And really feel that within your body. Feel the smell, feel the sense, feel the energetic, feel the emotions around it. How do you speak to one another? What does the home look like? Really feel it. And as you feel it, bring that into the present, knowing that in actual fact, it is in the present because you're feeling it now. Because the moment you feel into what is in the future, if you can feel what's in the future, there's only actually now, the eternal now moment, the eternal present moment. That's the only thing that actually exists. So it's actually just a trick to the brain to say we're thinking about in 10 years' time.
It's also it's like, it opens up the possibility, right? So if your brain's like it's this or that, it's going to be I move there or I don't move there, right? You've just given it two options. If one can't happen, it's like I'm done. Whereas if you're just getting yourself into the energetic and let go, it's easier. I did this card flow, and it says surrender the outcome. If you get yourself into the energetic of where it could be, and let go of how, first of all, it opens up a million other possibilities other than the two that you've decided can happen. And it allows your brain to start looking for those opportunities. It turns on something in our brain called the reticular activating system, and it's looking for that energy. You're then looking for that energy in your future, so you're constantly seeking out that energy in your body. So there's a little bit of neuroscience that also goes to back this spiritual, thing up as well. It opens up your brain to look for opportunities and look for possibilities. So you're supercharging it by adding the energetic. Your body's going to be looking for that energy, and you get to really open up to all sorts of different ways of it happening. You're the way that we decide something can be isn't as good as what the universe can provide. The universe has some serious magic up its sleeve. If we just tap into the energy and then allow the universe to figure out the details, it is 10 times, 1,000 million times better at figuring out the details than we are. And that's a good way to just open up for different possibilities.
And the other, it's gone. Oh, yeah. The other thing that I also want to say is any kind of action that you take, changes the entire playground of where you're in. Any type of action. And please do connect in with us, Olive, and let us know how you go. Let us know how you go. Connect in with us.
I'd love to hear it. I'm just gonna acknowledge that I keep yawning, and the reason I keep yawning is because when I process energy, that's what happens. So I'm not tired. I'm not yawning because I'm tired of you guys. There's a lot shifting in here, so I'm excited for each and every one of you who's here, because there's a lot of energy happening, and that's why I keep yawning. I just want to point that out.
And if anyone is interested in, so we do clearings on your home and on your home and on your business and things like that. Please let us know. It's actually, Kendall, it's actually awesome for homes with teenagers as well. And yes, we will definitely let you know when the program comes alive. You might be the very reason that pushes us forward a little bit more.
I just want to acknowledge as well, like I notice for me myself when I upgrade big time in my energetic, like if I have a huge healing or I've gone to a course and I've changed my energy quite a lot, and then I come back into the home, there's a lot of friction that happens because my energy's changed so much, and it kind of is like you walk back in and you're like in the middle of a storm and you're like, what the just happened? Like everybody's pushing up against, because if you think about it, our children are they learn to read energy before any other thing. Before we do language, before we do anything, they're reading the energy of the situation all the time. They're born knowing how to do it. They're just that's their survival mechanism. So when I come back and my energy's completely changed, I get a lot of just like I'm like, wow, like I feel like the whole world is just like against me for a while. And it was because of that Claudia and I started doing healings. We did clearings with each other, because then it became really
a point where it was like 3 times a week or 4 times a week.
I hear you, darling. Your 2-year-old draining you is like, it's like a total. I get it. I get it. I work with mums. You should come and follow me in the Mamahood. It's a group. Reach out to me and join our crew, because we do a lot of magic in there. And, definitely reach out if anyone wants a clearing on their business or their home or themselves.
Yeah, and especially if you're feeling drained within the home and things like that. So Nikki has been asking a number of questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you tuning in with her as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you read them?
Yeah. Oh, well, not fully. I didn't read her big one, but I did read that her story follows very much my own in a shorter period of time. And I love that you use the word keep trucking, because that's funny as well, because my partner was a truck driver, and I've been through this experience. And so I'd love to just do a card and tap in. I think you already know the answer to your question. I don't think I actually need to give you guidance around it, because I feel like you already know the answer. And I love that you're trying to get an external, my puppy's coming now, validation to the answer, but you already know, and you said it yourself. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
You guys go and shut the door, please.
Yeah, Nikki, so you're it's very similar. So Nikki, Rachelle also has 5 children as well. So very interesting. Are you back? There you go.
It's so good. Yeah, so that's always going to happen. My family's going to keep familying, and it's part of who I am. And it's when my older son's here, he's awesome. He kind of keeps everybody out, and he's not here, so everyone's like, Mom. Yeah, Nikki, you I have 5 kids too. So that's crazy.
5 kids and similar essences around the relationship.
Yeah, and very similar problems. So okay. So this is a card, and it says dance, and it says move your body to music, dance with the rhythm of life, manifest your dreams through dance, which is beautiful, and it's a great way for you to release, but also it's making me think of the dance that you've played with him, right? So I know this very well because I've danced it myself, and it's like this behavior comes up. He is an amazing human, and then this behavior comes up that's really not acceptable and not okay. And it's only such a small part of him that it's like it's been very easy to recognize that and kind of go okay and get past it. And then so it's just kind of escalated and become bigger and bigger things. And when it becomes where it's starting to affect my children, then it's like, okay, well, he isn't strong enough to go through do the healing that has to be done yet. And so I need to take responsibility and kind of help my kids through it. You already know what to do. And I don't want to give you any advice on what to do, because I feel like the fact that you're even asking, you already know the answer. I'm going to do one more card because I feel like there's something else that gets to be sent. Oh, okay. So this is a rebirth. I'll get good at this one day, Claudia. Reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. So I don't think I need to actually speak into that at all.
Okay.
I think that gives you a beautiful.
Are you open to a little bit of sword magic? And I don't know if you've seen these swords. Yeah. Okay. So this is also about opening up to the belief in yourself and what's actually possible for you. So even with your last comment here, Nikki, it's actually also looking externally. So how can you come in and look internally as to what it is that you're needing, what it is that you're requiring? How can you tap in and tune into that? Yeah, very open. Okay, beautiful. Alexis, how are you? Okay, so I'm just going to ask all of those who are on here.
Everybody who's here, take a moment to really move yourself into a really comfortable position as Claudia does her work. Allow yourself to really feel yourself arrive fully in this moment. If you feel called to, close your eyes and allow yourself to simply receive. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to be. Just simply allow yourself to be here in this moment. Allow yourself to receive this delicious healing. Let it awaken every one of your cells. Bring yourself back to the remembrance and the truth of who you are.
There's a belief that you wish to cut ties with, if there's a belief that you're ready to let go of, if there's one that you're ready to clear on all levels, on all planes of existence, past, present, and future, bring that into your awareness now and clearing it now. Sending love into your past. And sending love into your future. And opening up that delicious heart of yours, calling in more of yourself here in this moment. The parts within you that have always existed. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back in and tell us how you are feeling now in these moments. How are you feeling? What did you experience there? Are you more present in your body? Are you more present here? Let us know. I think you're on mute, Rachelle.
I was.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so Nikki, let us know how you feel after that. Yeah, let us know. Now let's have a look.
That's great, Matthew. Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful. More connected to your heart space. Amazing. Really powerful. Amazing, Nikki. Yay. So you know what? You can actually check in with whatever the time was that was done on. So it's probably around 6:30. So around 5 minutes ago, you can actually reconnect in with that portion of it. And just play that over again. And also, as we said, Nikki, we also help. We also do clearings. We also do healings. And yeah, they're really yummy and delicious. And if you're in Sydney, the space is really good and nice.
It certainly is. I'm seeing some beautiful new names in here. So hello, Matthew. Hi, Scott. Hi, Kerry. How are you?
Amazing, amazing. That's great. I'm glad. Yeah, still managed with the same noise of my kids in the background. Exactly. That's the thing. Life, life is going to have noise around us. I mean, it's like unless you're living on a property and on a mountain where there is just bushes around you, there are going to be noises. And it's how can you be with them?
Beautiful. I'm going to do a card.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of New Zealanders here.
Oh, trees. Hello, trees. Oh, New Zealand. Yes.
I was just thinking trees. That's beautiful. Look at the card you got.
Oh, nature.
Nature. Ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elementals.
Oh, beautiful.
It's so funny that I thought trees. What a cool name. And then I picked the card that has trees in it.
That's awesome.
What I'm also really noticing, trees, is this little butterfly at the bottom here. So I'm not sure if butterflies are your sign normally, but I feel like if they haven't been before, they will be now. And not butterflies because it's kind of hidden in the picture. So it's not necessarily butterflies flying, but you might see like pictures of butterflies on a shirt or on a tea towel or like, little things everywhere. Keep your eyes out for them because it's this is your sign, especially coming into spring. There's a lot happening for you around butterflies, and it's also telling me that there's been a lot of transformation happening in your life, which is super exciting. Like it's the picture. I flipped the card now, so I apologize. But in the picture, it's like just one wing. It's like kind of I'm out of the universe. So I feel like this spring period, so the next 3 months, is you kind of like really getting right out into the universe and taking off and flying. So yeah. I'm excited for you.
And can I just say, trees? So the card that came up for me was Condor. And whoops, there we go, Condor. Now, interestingly, and I think I'll post it now tomorrow, now that this has come up, is I've actually created a grid around the Condor. And so the Condor is also one that has wings. So like the butterfly, it does have the wings. And the Condor flies up into the higher planes. And what I visualize that you can do with the Condor, which I love to do with the Condor, is place on the wings of the Condor what your wishes are, what you want to bring in, and then visualize the Condor flying up into the higher planes. And you know what? Just use your imagination as to, like sort of as it flies up, and then just allow it to be blessed in those higher planes. And then just see what manifests. It's, I love the Condor. The Condor's amazing.
I love it that you've even got them tattooed. And I see the butterflies a sign for a few people, which is gorgeous. I love the Condor. It's interesting. It's not a bird that I would normally connect to. So I love that.
Oh,
I love it.
Let me see if I can find it, because this is like, when you just do something. Well, no, when I do something, use I language, Claudia. So, okay. So this is okay. So that's the Condor, the actual pendant that I have, and that's got all the crystals in there. And are you ready? Are you ready? And that's the grid.
Wow.
I know, right?
That's beautiful.
It's just like, and so that's now, so if you come over on Friday, okay, it's just having a little private chat here, guys. If you come over on Friday, the favorite bed of ours?
Yep.
It's in front of it with the dream catcher behind it. Just saying.
I love it.
Oh, your nickname is Trees. I love that. That's beautiful. Mm.
Thermals to rise. I love that.
Mm.
I went hang gliding once, Jason, and that's what they use. Like that's what it was. Yeah, it was just a crazy experience. So I love that. That's the energy that I get to tap into while I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm going to do you a card, Jason. Ooh, imagination. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. I feel like you are somebody who is very good at creating ideas as well and like using your imagination. And I think this is not only it's like an homage to the fact that you do have you are very good at finding unlimited possibilities. And it's also I'm getting like this in my solar plexus, I'm getting like this pull, and it's for me it's saying to me, pull one of the ideas down into reality and make it something, because you're really good at being here and you get to actually bring one down into reality and just pick one and hold on to that. And you can actually ask people around you to help you ground that, and because there's a lot of people around you that have skill sets that you don't necessarily have at the moment. You're like a visionary, whereas you need like an action taker. You need like somebody who's like and get all the things done, and they can come into your life easily. It doesn't have to be you who learns all the skills. It can be somebody else you can invite in.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's such a powerful thing to also speak into, because it's like each of us have our own geniuses, and each of us are actually great at some things, and others are really great at other things. And so by truly tapping into what your zone of genius is and really relishing in that honestly, that actually allows it to expand even more. Yeah, I love delegating too. I love delegating. Yeah, Jason and Matthew, I'm in your court. I love delegating. I create processes. So around the house and everywhere, like also in my business and things like that. I was a process architect. And so in those processes, it sets people up in order for them to do it and not me. And it works brilliantly.
And I love that as her zone of genius, because I use it all the time. I'm like, can you help me out here on this? And I love that you're talking about zone of genius, because it's very interesting. This last few weeks, I've realized I used to beat myself up about not being a very good house person and not being able to it. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just not good at it. And I don't want to learn how to be. So I'm like, I'm going to go and find somebody who gets lit up by organization and cleaning. And clean the organization, and then I'm going to pay them money to do it so that I could be in my zone of genius, which is coaching people to their greatness and realize and letting them see how amazing they are. And so that and so that what do I need right now? So that they can have abundance and I can have abundance, and we get to play in our own genius. Like the more time we get to spend in our genius zone, the more magnificent our life gets to be. And I used to just beat myself up about not being good at things and spend a lot of time trudging is kind of the word that's coming up.
Heavy. And it feels heavy when you do that. Like, it doesn't it? It's like, oh my gosh, and to add to that, like, so what I'm finding is when I was in corporate and I was like working really, really long hours, yeah, we had a cleaner, we had all sorts of things help and things like that. Now it's like I'm actually now going through a different space where I'm delighting in the fact that I'm doing it. And I'm teaching the kids how to do it, because I realized they didn't know how to do it because I've always had help. And I'm like, how do you not know how to do this? And so it's a whole other little playground that that I'm in. And so it's really interesting that at different stages, it's what you're wishing in.
I'm going to do Scott a card because I've seen him ask a few times, so I'll just do his one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the noise. Everyone's right outside my window. Oh, celebration. I love that we're getting all purple cards here. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievement. And there's owls in this one too, which is interesting because it's wisdom for me. I'm also getting like the passing of someone too with the owl, which is really interesting. And noticing big time the moon, so the cycles of change. So I feel like there's you're in a kind of state where it's a bit stuck at the moment, but it's telling you get to celebrate. You get to celebrate exactly as you are, and it's interesting that we were talking about the gap before because it kind of feels that energy. I don't know if you feel that, Claudia, but it feels like you're in that kind of gap space. And the way forward to get the positive outcome is to celebrate all the things, like celebrate everything that you can possibly celebrate, and keep yourself in that celebration energy. It doesn't have to be all the time, but find the things that you can celebrate every day, because you're opening your opportunities up to see more, have more celebration in your life. Because I feel like there's been a big kind of, there's something big that's just happened in your world. But you get to actually go through. It's funny because this is something I was given today as a thing, and it ties back into what Nikki was asking about your partner as well. So I was challenged to write down everything I've achieved in the last 9 months since my partner and I separated. And I was like, wow, okay, so we get to do that together. So whatever you've just been through, I want you to write for the last 9 months you've been in your life. I want you to celebrate everything. And if you want to send it to me and I'll send you mine, that would be awesome. Just hit me up in a message so I can we can share our successes and celebration together.
Oh, I love it. Matthew and Jason. Yes, I do. I agree. You both are saying very similar things. And I think you guys would really enjoy each other's company. Pam is in the house. Okay, Pam would really love a card. Now, Pam, I love and adore. And I want to say, just tuning into you, my beautiful, beautiful lady. I just want to invite you to drop into your heart in this moment. And yes, there are many things that are going on. I'll let you do the reading as well, Rachelle. I'll just drop in for a moment. Just dropping into your heart, really connecting in with your heart. And visualizing a flower within your heart, a different one that you've been visualizing in the past. And for those who are new to visualizing a flower in your heart, just choose one that comes to mind. And allow that flower to open. And as it opens, the scent within the flower and the petals and the buds starts to waft through your essence. And just breathe that in. Yeah. Oh, that feels so nice. And because it's spring, oh my God, doesn't that feel yummy? And because it's spring, whatever flower, if any of you visualized a particular flower, I invite you to purchase one and start growing it. And I know you love your garden, Pam. Do you have a message for Pam?
I do, and that was beautiful, Claudia. I really dropped in, and it's this card is passion, and it's fiery passion, and do what excites you, get fired up about your life, increase your energy levels. And it's interesting because we had that card already tonight as well, even though I've shuffled and shuffled for ages. And it's funny that you said Pam loves her garden, because I feel like there's a passion in that, and staying in that genius zone, that thing that you're really passionate about, is such a gift. And I know we've just said it all, but Pam, you get to really go into it. And I noticed the colors of like red and orange and yellow, which to me is kind of like also about grounding yourself. Interesting. I can't get words. It's so funny. It's like grounding yourself in like the base root chakra, like making sure you're feeling really safe. It's funny how I'm just getting blocked on the word, which is interesting. I don't know if that's how you feel, Pam. Like you keep going to do something and then you're blocked by something, and you're going to do something and you're blocked by something. If that's the case, I really would love for you to reach out to Claudia or myself, because I feel like there's some sort of energy of that blocking in the way. But the way through that is as we've been speaking all night to all these beautiful different people, is just to move your body, move your energy. If you keep getting blocked, then reach out to somebody who you trust and love, and can help you move through it. Sometimes just being witnessed in what's coming up and just acknowledging what's coming up. So like even you just saying, I feel like I'm getting somewhere and then I get blocked, and having somebody witness you in that is sometimes that's all you need to be powerful enough to move through something. So I invite you into keep moving into your passion, keep doing the things that you love. And sometimes you like, if you're in the middle of a project and you're like, yeah, I want to get this done. I want to get this done. And you still keep bumping up into something. Just go, what could I get so much joy out of doing right now? And then just drop into that and do that. And in that energy, be in that energy, and that will give you the energy you need to get to whatever it is that you're doing. Like there's no point keeping banging up against the block. Acknowledge that it's there. Just acknowledgement sometimes will let it just melt away. And if not, then go do something that you love and fill yourself with that energy, and you'll be able to, if you jump out of here to do something you love, you might be able to, from that angle, see something, a way to get around that block. Don't keep bumping up against, because that's just wasted energy, and you get to feel really good all the time if you choose to. So I'm inviting you to do the process if you haven't seen it. Claudia's mentioned it a few times. So
yeah, and I was just going to say it's worth mentioning again, because there's a number of new people on here, and tune in to future presencing. Tune into what it would feel like without the block. And this is like, so to you, Jason, to you, Matthew, as well, like, so we're speaking into, you keep coming up against blocks. Well, okay, what does it feel like to be without the blocks? What does it feel like? And you're both mentioning Ganesha. What does it feel like if you were Ganesha? What does it feel like if the blocks are Ganesha? What if they were Ganesha? And just open up to what that feels like. And then you can actually visualize the same thing just with new eyes. That's all it is. New eyes, different ways, different angles. Look at it upside down, across, over, around.
It's funny that you said here, Jason, what am I to learn from this? Because I do a process called timeline therapy with my clients, and we go back, and basically what you're doing is figuring out what it is that the belief that causes the block. And then going back in time, and you get to learn the positive lessons for yourself for the future that you didn't learn at the time. And that literally clears the block. And it's amazing to witness. It's amazing to feel the energy, and it's amazing to witness what happens in people's lives after they've done it. But that is literally it. We're going back to learn the lesson that because of the heightened emotion, or because we took on somebody else's belief, like I'm not good enough, is a pretty common one. Then we keep creating in our outside world all these things that prove to us that we're not good enough, and deleting the belief becomes this delicious thing that happens. But literally, that's how you do it. What am I learning from this? What am I learning from this that is positive for myself for the future? So you don't have to wait till 10 years from now and then go find someone who does timeline and go back to now. You can just stop and go, hey, I am not feeling really good right now. And what do I get to learn from this that's positive for myself, for my future? And you can just do the process with yourself as you go. You don't need to wait till it becomes a big problem that's in your life everywhere.
There's enough things that happen each and every day and each and every moment that are going to be future things that you're going to resolve anyway. So dissolve. So that's actually something that, like, I love to do with my clients, is basically dissolve all potential, all projections, dissolve all like perceptions, dissolve them all. So that way, like sort of in each and every moment, we can see and open up the eyes in the purest version of ourselves and the purest version of how we can see this moment. Like a child does, with delight, with curiosity, with wonderment.
Yes. Wonderment and awe is the best place to be in
I
to
know,
have a life. Yeah, it's funny. I'm tripping up on my words, and Claudia is too. And it's that energy of like that we're talking into, which is coming out in our vocabulary, coming from our head to our mouths, which is perfect.
it is. And thank you, Kendall. Of course, it is a full moon tonight. Yes, absolutely. I love this. I'm going to put that comment. I hope you're okay with this, Kendall. Don't forget, everyone, it is a full moon tonight and it is amazing. Step outside, embrace the moon, and move and breathe under it. It is also crystal clear timing. Say your intentions to the moon, under the moon, to manifest and clear these blocks. Amazing.
Love
so,
it.
how about, full moon in Pisces, flow, beautiful. So, how about, please speak, please, if everyone can just drop in, what are your intentions for the full moon? What are your intentions for, I'll pop this in, for the full moon?
The other thing I'd love you to do is get a vessel of water and put it in the moon to get the moon's energy, and use that in everything you do. This, like, set your intention big time, and then you can use it in everything you do. Put some drops in your water when you mop up. Put some in your bath. You can even put some drops into your water as you're drinking it. And really, Pisces moon is all about flow, so you get to really make it ease and grace. I would add ease and grace into any intention that you're doing, because that's a beautiful lesson I've learned along the way.
And for those who were at the start of the call talking about relocation and whether they want to move or like sort of leaving a partnership and things like that, this would be amazing for that process. And the process that Rachelle spoke into, where you're clapping into all corners, it would be amazing for preparing your home to sell and things like that, to integrate flow of this moon into that.
Yeah. Allowing it all to be easy.
Yes, absolutely. Abundance, dance and movement. New beginnings. Oh, I love that. Yes. Yes, self-love. Very nice. Release. Flow. And, Trees, just something from a self-love point of view, something which like sort of feels really nice, and it feels nice for me, is when I'm wanting to actually gift myself a little bit more self-love and a little bit more slow down, is I actually use oils and allow one hand to wash and nourish the other. Because when you do this, it's like one hand is giving and the other hand is receiving. And if you've got some beautiful oils that you can actually put over your hands and feel one hand washing and caressing the other, it just feels really nice to do that. And you experience your hands in a different way. It's yummy.
I love Sky's put, it is easy and it is graceful and poetic. It certainly is. We can let it be that.
Yes, absolutely. Give and receive. Absolutely. Self-love. I love it. I love it. Yeah, give and receive. So it's like this one hand washes the other. It was wisdom from, probably about 13 years ago, when I was going on, Ylang Ylang, amazing. Ylang Ylang for inner child, perfect. But like sort of, he was like sort of, what was his name? I can't remember. Anyway, he would give us all these wisdom drops. And yeah, one hand washes the other. It just always stuck with me. And it just feels really nice when you do that, like, because you tune into more of the touch with both hands. Feels yum.
Beautiful. I love, and Anna's put her intention here, which is gorgeous.
Yay! I love you, Anna.
Gorgeous. And I would love for you also to do something really specific. When you're putting in your intentions, it's beautiful what you've written, and I love it. And you get to ask for something specific so the universe can actually bring it to you.
And one more thing. this or something better. Always had that. It's like, okay, and I want this or something better. Because the universe might have something even more fabulous there for you. Yes.
Kendall, that's powerful.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Oh, the universe, money will flow. Beautiful. Yes, amazing. And like sort of, yeah. Yes. And visualize the flow. So when it comes to money and abundance and things like that, so what we often teach is also how to give money in cash form, like sort of giving from an abundant heart and from a feeling within the heart. Also, when you're transferring money. So if you're transferring money or if you're paying with a card, and this is one thing I say to my clients when they sign up for coaching and things like that, tune in to what you're going to receive through this. Tune into your intention. Tune in to the abundance that you've got this to invest in this and what you're going to receive as a result of it. And only once you've also tuned in, then hit send. So bringing that into the way you're doing it from on electronically as well. Oh, I love this. Anna, I know, 40, you were meant to be here in Sydney, but that's not going to happen.
I just wanted to do a card for the collective. And again, we've gotten the celebration and it's beautiful because there's a magic full moon in the background. And I love that you just saw me shuffle for ages, right? I'm like, I need to do this on purpose because I feel like it's going to be the same card. And it's got the full moon. It's letting us know that there's a positive outcome is assured, celebrate our success and enjoy our achievement. Because there's a lot of success and achievement that's coming out of us setting our intention, and we get to really celebrate that around the full moon. We get to dance under the moonlight and allow the dance that is our positive outcomes to come flowing in.
Yes, absolutely. And I got gratitude. Buffalo.
Yeah, the special sauce.
Yes, I love it. I think. Oh, we're at time. Wow, that went quickly. We love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for playing with us. And if you want to connect with us, please do. And we do house clearings, we do healings, we do lots and lots of fabulous fun stuff. And we will be bringing in a program for teens, for parents of teens, mums of teens. So it's a kind of like a reset for teens, but it's really going to be all about you. As well as what you do together. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here, everyone. It was so beautiful being able to share your gorgeous energies and so much love. Happy New Year.
Bye.